Hello everyone, welcome to Josh Max channel. In this video, we are going to see for CBSE Max Grade 12 Standard Chapter 7 Integrals Exercise 7.2. Already in the last videos, we have seen the solutions up to question number 24. So now we can move on to 25th one. So we'll have a look what is the given function. So 25th one, they're asking us to integrate 1 by cos square x into 1 minus tan x whole square. So from given integral 1 by cos square x into 1 minus tan x whole square dx. So this is the given function. Okay, now first thing we need to check whether it is in the standard form. It is not in the standard form, so directly we can't proceed the integration. But we need to do something here, whether simplification or some formula substitution, we have to do it. So here simplification, what simplification we can proceed? So instead of that, what we can do is 1 by cos square x. No, 1 by cos square x is what? Secant square x. So we can rewrite 1 by cos square x as a secant square x. When we rewrite, what happens? Secant square x by 1 minus tan x whole square, we will get it. So denominator function differentiation is what? One constant term, that is 1 differentiation 0. Tan x differentiation secant square x. So secant square x part we are getting in the numerator. Right, so when we rewrite 1 by cos square x as a secant square x, then what happened? The denominator's function differentiation we can able to see in the numerator. So that what we can do, this 1 minus tan x we can assume it as a t, and then we can proceed the integration. Okay, so with the small changes we are going to make. So integral 1 by cos square x is what? Secant square x by 1 minus tan x whole square dx. So as I told you before, the constant term differentiation 0, tan x differentiation secant square. So we have the denominators inside part, we have derivative we have in the numerator. So the denominator part 1 minus tan x we are going to consider as a t. Let t equal to 1 minus tan x. Now differentiating this dt, constant term differentiation 0, tan x differentiation secant square x, x differentiation dx. Now what we have? 0 minus secant square x is minus secant square x dx. So in numerator we have only secant square x dx. Minus secant square x dx we don't have. So this minus sign we can take it to the other side. So minus dt equal to secant square x dx. Now we can substitute these terms, this t and minus dt here in the given function. So integral secant square x dx is what? Product of secant square dx is minus dt. And 1 by 1 minus tan x we consider as a t. And we have power 2. So t square. So this negative sign we can take it outside. So now integral minus integral t square, when we take it to numerator in power we will have a negative sign, and then dt. Now we have integral x power n dx formula. If x is raised to some numerical value, then whatever we have for the power we need to add plus 1, and same power we need to repeat in the denominator, and then plus c. So the main function, this is the standard form. In terms of x we have, but here in terms of t we have. The same way we can proceed. Minus. So what is the power for the t? Minus 2. Whatever we have for the power, we need to add plus 1. After that, the same power, we need to take it to the denominator. That's all, integration is done. Now we need to put plus c. Next simplification. Minus 2 plus 1 is what? Minus 1. So here also say minus 2 plus 1, minus 1. Now this minus 1 and this minus, when we combine, we'll get the positive plus. So it will become a plus. So then we will have only t power minus 1 plus c. So when it has a negative power, we can take it to denominator 1 by t. So but this positive one means not required to mention. Next one plus c. What is the t? See, for our convenient only, the given function in terms of x. So for our convenient, we changed in terms of t. So final answer, so now integration is done. Now final answer, again we need to write it in terms of x only. So what is the t that we considered? 1 minus tan x. Now substituting t as a 1 minus tan x. 1 by 1 minus tan x plus c. So that's all the solution of this sum. 25th one. So what we done here, this is the given function. It is not in the standard form. So we got an idea that 1 by cos square x, we can write it in the form of secant square x. So as soon as we write the secant square x, we can able to relate the denominator function derivative is a numerator. So denominator function we assigned as a t, and then we proceeded the integration. Okay. So that's all this sum. Next we can move on to 26th sum. First we'll have a look what is the given function. So for 26th one, cos root x by root x, that is the given function. Integral cos square root x by square root x dx. Okay, normally in functions, no, you'll have only the x, right? Integral cos x dx. But there is a change. Instead of x, we have a root x. So the same root x also we have in denominator. So the root x I am going to consider as a t. If you see any changes also, that part we can assign as a t variable or any other variable also fine. So now we are taking it as a t variable. Let t equal to root x. So root x is what? Square root x is also equal to x power 1 by 2. Okay. So now differentiating of this dt is power, we have to bring it as a coefficient, and then in power we need to reduce 1. X differentiation dx. So dt equal to 1 by 2 x power. From 1 if we subtract half, one more half will be there. But larger number sign we need to put. So minus 1 by 2 dx. So in power we have a negative sign. So we can take it to denominator. So x power 1 by 2 dx. If we have power 1 by 2, we can write it in the form of root x dx. So dt is what? 1 by 2 into 1 by root x dx. So here root x alone we have, right? Is that product 2 getting multiplied in the denominator? Obviously not. So what we are going to do is, this 2 we can send to other side. So 2 times of dt equal to 1 by root x dx. Now these things we are going to substitute in the given function. So integral cos root x we assigned as a t. So cos t, and root x dx together is what? 1 by root x dx is 2 dt. So removing this and writing 2 times of dt. 2 is constant. So 2 constant, we can take it outside. So 2 integral cos t dt. Now we got it in the standard form. So integral cos x differentiation, integration is what? Integral cos x is sin x. So we have a standard form. So integral cos x dx is sin x plus c. But here in terms of t variable we have. So that means sin t. So 2 sin t plus c. So what is the t here? Root x. So removing the t and rewriting it as a root x and then plus c. So that's all the solution of the 26th one. Okay, now we'll look at the given function. 27th one, square root of sin 2x into cos 2x. So given integral square root of sin 2x into cos 2x dx. See, with one function with the other one we can able to relate it. So sin x differentiation, obviously cos x we will get. Cos x differentiation minus sin x will get. But it's inside the square root, no. So inside the square root term, I am going to assign as a t. So each one we can actually able to relate with the help of the differentiation. But square root term, I am going to take it as a square root inside term, I am going to assign as a t. So let t equal to sin 2x. Now we are going to differentiate this. Sin x differentiation is what? Cos x. So sin 2x differentiation cos 2x, And now 2x chain rule, no? So 2x also we have to differentiate. So 2x differentiation into 2 dx. So the result is dt equal to 2 cos 2x dx. We have cos 2x dx, but product 2 we don't have, right? Here or here also we don't have product 2. So product 2 is not getting multiplied with the given function. So this 2 I am going to send to the other side. So dt by 2 equal to cos 2x dx. Now this stuff I am going to substitute in the given function. So integral square root of sine 2x. So sine 2x is what? T. So root t, and cos 2x dx only dt by 2. So dt by 2. Now we can proceed the integration. So this 2, denominator 2, we can take it outside. So that is 1 by 2 integral square root t. So t's power, square root power is what? 1 by 2. So removing the square root, and I am going to write it as a power 1 by 2. So dt. Now using integral x power n dx formula, I am going to integrate this part. So what is the formula? We have integral x power n dx is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So whatever it is in terms of x, here we have in terms of t. Instead of n, we have power 1 by 2. So we'll go as per this. So now 1 by 2, whatever we have for the power, we need to add plus 1 to that. Now after adding the same power, we need to repeat in the denominator. So now integration is done. Since it's an indefinite integral, we need to put constant c. Now 1 by 2 plus 1. 1 by 2 t power 1 by 2 plus 1. So what is the LCM? 2. So this 1 will become 2 by 2. Next 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 plus 1 is how much? 3 by 2. By, in denominator also same 3 by 2 plus c. Denominator is denominator, it will goes to numerator. So 2, and this 2 and 3 we can combine together. So 2 into 3. So t power 3 by 2 plus c. So this 2 cancel. We have 1 by 3. Okay, for our convenient, we changed the given function from in terms of x to in terms of t. So what is t? Sine 2x. So sine 2x whole power 3 by 2 plus c. So that's all the solution of the 27th one. Next we can proceed to the 28th sum. We'll have a look at the what is the given function. So 28th one, cos x by square root of 1 plus sin x. Integral cos x by square root of 1 plus sin x dx. So we can able to relate, no? So denominator function differentiation is what? We are getting the numerator. So inside the square root term, I am going to consider as a t. So let t equal to 1 plus sin x. And differentiating this, constant term differentiation 0. Sin x differentiation cos x, x differentiation dx. So dt is cos x dx. See, first thing I checked is whether it is in a direct standard form. Since it's not in a standard form, then I checked whether here two functions are there. So with one function's derivative is present or not, I checked yes. So here 1 plus sin x differentiation we have in the numerator. So this main function I taken it as a t, and then we proceeded. Okay, now this stuff we will substitute in the given function. So integral cos x. So cos x dx is what? Product of cos x dx. This part together, it's a dt. So removing that and writing only dt. So nothing will be present now. 1 by 1 plus sin x is what? T. So root t. So basically square root is what? Power 1 by 2. So now this power 1 by 2, we can take it to the numerator. So what happens? In power, you will have a negative sign. Next, using integral x power n dx formula, we are going to integrate this part. So x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So this is the formula of integral x power n. So using that formula, we are going to integrate this. So t power minus 1 by 2 plus 1 and same power. See, same n plus 1 is repeated in denominator. So same minus 1 by 2 plus 1 we have to repeat in denominator. Now integration is done. Since it's an indefinite integral, we need to put constant c. Now further simplification. From 1 if we subtract half, one more half will be present. So t power 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 plus c. Denominator is denominator, we can take it to numerator. So 2 into t power 1 by 2 plus c. So power 1 by 2 means what? Square root. So we can rewrite as a square root t plus c. So what is the t that we have considered? T is 1 plus sin x. So now substituting t as 1 plus sin x and then plus c. So that's all the solution of the 28th one. Next we can move on to 29th sum. Okay, we'll see what is the given function. Given cot x into log sin x. Integral cot x into log sin x. Of course, the given function, no, it is not in the standard form. And we will check whether one term, okay, two functions in product form. One is cot x into log sin x. So any one function derivative, we can able to track the other one, that we are going to check. See, log x differentiation is 1 by x. So log sin x differentiation 1 by sin x. And as per the chain rule, sin x also we need to differentiate. Sin x differentiation is cos x. Cos x by sin x is what? Cot x. So we have, right? So log sin x differentiation only cot x dx. So we can able to relate with the help of differentiation. So now that log sin x I am going to consider as a t. So let t equal to log sin x. Now differentiating this. Log x differentiation 1 by x. So log sin x differentiation 1 by sin x. Next sin x differentiation cos x. X differentiation dx. So what we have now? Cos x by sin x. Cos x by sin x is what? It's a cot x. So cot x dx. So that only we have here. So now these things we are going to substitute in this. So integral log sin x is what? T. And cot x and dx. Product of cot x and dx together, it's a dt. That's all. Now integral x power n dx. What is the formula? X power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So as per the formula, we are going to integrate this. So what power we have here? Power 1. So power 1 we have. Whatever we have to put plus 1 to that. So plus 1. Now same power we have to repeat in the denominator. And then plus c. So answer is t square by 2 plus c. So what is the t? Log sin x. So log sin x whole square by 2 plus c. That's all the solution of the 29th one. Next we can move on to 30th sum. Given function, here it is. Given function is sin x by 1 plus cos x. So what is given? Integral sin x by 1 plus cos x dx. So it is not in standard form. So what is the next check we have to do? Any one function's differentiation we have, whether it's related or not, that we need to check. So here sin x differentiation is cos x. Yes, that term we have. And 1 plus cos x differentiation is what? Constant term differentiation 0. Cos x differentiation minus sin x. So when we take this one as a t, it will be more convenient for us to proceed the integration. So now I am going to consider t as a denominator part, that is 1 plus cos x. Now differentiation of this what? dt is constant term differentiation 0, cos x differentiation minus sin x and x differentiation dx. See, directly we got minus sin x dx. But we have a positive sin x. So minus sign sending to other side. Minus dt equal to sin x dx. Now these things we are going to substitute in the given function. So integral sin x dx, product of sin x dx together is what? Minus dt. So minus dt. 1 by 1 plus cos x only we taken as a t. So it's a t. Minus sign, we'll take it outside. Integral 1 by t dt. Now we got it in directly standard form, right? Integral 1 by x dx is what? Log modulus of x. Integral 1 by x dx is log modulus of x plus c. So denominator function, when we differentiate, if we get it in the numerator, then denominator function directly we can write it inside the log. So t differentiation dt, we have a numerator. So this t we can write it inside the log. Log modulus of t plus c. So what is the t? 1 plus cos x. So minus log 1 plus cos x plus c. That's all the solution of the 30th one. Next 31st sum. Given sin x by 1 plus cos x whole square. Actually 30 and 31st both same. Here in power we have 2 and here in denominator power we have 1. Same way we can proceed. 1 plus cos x we can take it as a t. Same process. So integral sin x by 1 plus cos x whole square. So as usual the 1 plus cos x we can take it as a t. So let t equal to 1 plus cos x. Now differentiating this, constant term differentiation 0, cos x differentiation minus sin x, x differentiation is dx. So we have dt equal to minus sin x dx. In numerator we have only sin x dx. So sending minus to the other side, minus dt equal to sin x dx. Now these things we are going to substitute in the function. So integral product of sin x and dx together, it's minus dt. And then 1 by 1 plus cos x only t. So you will have a t square. Minus sign, we'll take it outside. Integral minus integral 1 by t square dt. Now t square when we take it to numerator, what happens? You will have a negative sign in the power. T power minus 2 dt. Now using x power n formula, we need to proceed the integration. So what is that x power n formula? Integral x power n dx is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. Whatever we have for the power, we need to add plus 1 and same power we need to repeat in the denominator. So minus, we have t power minus 2 as a power. We need to add plus 1 and same power we have to repeat in denominator since it's an indefinite constant c. Now simplification. T power minus 2 plus 1 is how much? Minus 1. Here also minus 1 plus c. Now this minus minus we can combine. So minus minus what? Plus. It will cancel, no? Plus. So now t has a negative sign. So we can take it to denominator. So 1 by t plus c. What is the t that we considered? 1 plus cos x. So substituting t as a 1 plus cos x. And then plus c. That's all the solution of the 31st sum. And thanks for watching. Please do subscribe. In the next sum, 32. So we have few more sums left in this exercise. In the next video, we'll continue. Okay. So thank you.